Hunting is a challenging outdoor sport that can be extremely fun if it is done correctly. Understanding the different types of hunting, how to hunt properly, proper times to hunt, are all good things to know in order to have an effective hunt. I've learned many different ways and strategies to hunt from several people I hunt with, including my dad, as I've grown up hunting just about all my life. And there are several different safety precautions you must do in order to make your hunt more enjoyable and be safe the whole time. And I'm going to explain how to hunt properly and effectively with certain weapons in order to have a successful and enjoyable hunt. First, there are different types of hunting are a big deal in having a successful hunt. First, bow hunting, which the season comes for bow hunting a whole lot earlier than muzzleloading hunting and modern gun hunting. But first, let's talk about different parts of the bow. So first, you have this, which it holds your arrows in place for whenever it's time to go hunting, and the arrow size that you have is based on your wingspan, and it's just like a equation they do to figure out what size arrow you need. And there's different types of arrowheads that you can use. And this particular one is called Rage, and whenever it hits the deer, these pop out and expand to make a 1-inch gap where it goes into the deer. And so that's a really effective arrowhead to use when bow hunting. And this will mount on the side of your bow like this. Pop it into place and then slide it in like so. And then right here you have your grip on your bow, and then this is the arrow shelf where you place the arrow, and you have the nock, which is the end of the arrow here, which you slide this in, and you always put the colored feather, the one that's different of the other two, facing up, so when it goes through here it doesn't hit, and the trajectory of the arrow will stay straight. And then you have what you hook your trigger into, and you'll hook it in here, and you wrap this around your wrist, so when you pull back it makes your draw a whole lot easier, and it's just an easy trigger system you release right here to shoot the arrow. You have your sights. It's just your basic sights right here, and you start with the top, and it's a 20-yard, 30-yard, 40-yard, 50-yard sighting system that you have. And this circle right here, when you draw back, you put this on the edge of your lip, and so this circle is right at eye level, and you'll look through this circle and put the dot in the middle of the circle in order to aim correctly. And you'll have, this is the like the lower arm of the arrow and the upper arm, and you have your main string, which everything really goes off of. This is a compound bow. It's a good starter bow for most people just because it's easier to aim and release off of than the normal straight bow. I got all this information about my bow from Bow Hunting Beginners, which is a book by Bob Pope that I read to learn more about my bow. And I got this chart which helped me learn the parts of the bow from bowhuntingbasics.com. And also different hunting, you can go muzzleloader hunting, which not many people do just because it's a hassle, and you have to load the gunpowder by yourself and measure it out and put the bullet in, and then use a ramrod that comes underneath the gun to push and pack everything in. And then you breech the gun, which it turns in half, and you put the primer in to help spark and ignite the black powder to shoot the bullet. And it's just a lot of trouble I have to go through to hunt. And then modern gun hunting, which is the majority of hunting that most people do, is just your regular gun that you would use, and you just put a bullet in and it's ready to fire. And safety is a big deal, or at least I was taught it was a big deal from my dad. And one of the things is proper placement of your stand. It's good to place your stand on a secure tree, a safe tree, not a rotted one, and to make sure that you strap it down really well so that whenever you climb up it, it won't fall or slip down or anything. And also using a harness when you get into the stand, and like hooking yourself on a rope around this tree or to the stand, so that if you happen to slip and fall or fall asleep and fall down while you're on the stand, you won't hurt yourself really bad or get injured. And gun safety is a big deal. Just when you're climbing up your stand, make sure your gun's not loaded, or climbing down it's not loaded, or walking around on the ground, just so you won't shoot yourself or other people. And the different seasons, bow season is the longest season. It goes from September 15th all the way to February 28th. It's not very common that many people bow hunt. And then it goes to muzzleload season. It's a little bit longer than bow season, but not quite as long as modern gun. And it goes from October 20th to the end of December, just about, maybe a little into January, just depending on the year and the population of deer that year. And the modern gun hunt, it extends from November 10th to December 25th, and based on rules and regulations of that hunt, it can be shortened in certain zones. And I hope this presentation has helped you understand different types of hunting and proper ways of hunting and the seasons. And next time you go hunting, or if you do, you can do it properly and safe and effectively.